Hello, and welcome back. Probably need to come up with something a little more exciting, right? And right now, I'm almost finished with this office supplies run. Hope it's not too dark for you guys to see, because it's kind of dark. Holy crud. Holy crud. Well, too dark for me to see. Oh boy, that was a little close. That was way too close. Nope, wrong view. Here we go. Holy shoot. I must miss my exit. I need to be way more careful. I can't fog and drive at the same time. Oh boy. Okay. Well, today's today we're going to be talking about something that's really kind of sketchy, at least in my opinion. And that is earlier this month, late February, early March. I don't remember when it was. So the article was that a man gave birth to a boy. Guess what? He is not a man. He is a trans man, which means he has girl parts who gave birth. Why is that news? A girl who looks like a guy gave birth to a boy. He is still a woman. Her, whatever it is, boyfriend, they did the woohoo, and she gave birth. How is that strange? Well, apparently for the last, I don't know, I think the article says like 6 years now. 6 years now. He's been taking hormone blockers and he's been taking medication, drugs. So basically he's taking testosterone to look more masculine. Okay, big deal. He had his chest parts removed. Okay, whatever. If that's what he wants, fine. But no matter what this person does, they will always biologically be female. I'm trying to set my stupid cruise control while I talk. Yeah, it's on. Basically, though, this person is biologically female. She was born a girl, and later on she decided to transition to a boy. Whatever. If that's what they want, fine. You know, it's not like it's worth anything to go out of our way to disrespect her in public. Like, if they want to be a girl or a boy and they're born biologically something else, okay, whatever. Like, treat the human how, you know, they want to be respected. That's fine. But to come out and say that this person is a guy or a guy gave birth is wrong, because technically men can't give birth. You know, they don't have the uterus, they don't have the... Oops, oh well. They don't have the parts to give birth with. So, it's really misleading when it says a man gave birth, because again, men cannot give birth. It's really, I don't know, it's crazy. The other thing is that this trans man, if he wants, like I said, if he wants to be a man, that's fine, but it will always, this person will always be female, because biologically they have, she has the XX chromosome. Only males have XY, and that will never ever be changed. Maybe someday in the future when we can do some sort of weird chromosomal therapy type thing, which I really highly doubt, would be changing the DNA of someone, and that could be very, very dangerous. So until then, this person will always be female, who looks male. It's really hard to estimate how many people are actually transgender, but the issue is that many people who are transgender or identify transgender have a lot more issues going on. And it doesn't make sense to allow them to change their gender when they have a lot more underlying issues going on, and they think changing their gender is going to solve all their problems. They need some sort of therapy or drugs or something to make sure that they are okay. Because a lot of times, these people have a lot of anxiety, they have a lot of depression, they have, it's debilitating to some degree. There are estimates that say, somewhere around 40% of people who are transgender attempt suicide. That's really, really scary. There's a lot of argument that says that changing your gender or wanting to be, whatever, isn't a mental disorder. Well, okay, that's fine, but here's the issue. The issue is the DSM identifies something as a mental disorder when it completely interferes with your life to a debilitating degree. Meaning, anxiety, you only have anxiety until it starts interfering with your life so much that it becomes unbearable. Or you only have OCD until the point it becomes unbearable. So that could be any amount for any number of people. So for someone, only a little bit of OCD could be unbearable, whereas someone else, a large amount of OCD could be unbearable. And that's fine. There's no problem with someone setting their own standard. That's a very healthy thing to do. Know where your limitations are, know where you can handle things. But if someone is having issues with the gender that they're in changing their gender statistically has only shown to make it worse, or has shown to have a lot more problems because of the stigma associated with it. Now, there's a lot of studies showing that trans men versus, like, the ratio of who transitions, trans men, or what, women to trans men and men to trans women. There's a lot of people showing, there's a lot of articles citing that it's about 50-50, when I don't know. Well, I actually found a study based on actual numbers And what they did was they took social security data and they looked at who changed their name. So this could be inaccurate to some degree, but it's the best I can come up with that was actually based on real numbers. And it says that of the 135,367 people who changed their name, it was 65% were trans men and 35% were trans women. So meaning that 65% of people, 65% of those trans people went from women to men. Now, why is that? It could be that, and I'm not being sexist here, it's true, it's easier to be a guy than it is to be a girl. Men don't have to deal with with a menstrual cycle. Men don't have to deal with being subject to how their body looks, usually. And men can go with their shirts off places, and men can, okay, and another one is women can be called vulgar and derogatory names if they sleep with people, but if a man sleeps with 3 or 4 women, he's called a hero. And I'm not saying, oh boy, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's easier to be a guy than it is to be a girl. And that could be why. That could be why more women change to being men. And there could be a lot of other underlying issues. But, yeah. Men cannot give birth, only women can. This man who looks like, this person who looks like a man, but who's actually a woman, is the one who gave birth. And people just need to stop blending their who they identify with. If they want to identify as one or the other, that's fine. But be honest. You can't say I'm a man and gave birth. You need to say something like I am a trans man who has female parts. Okay, that's a little more. There's a little more explanation there. Because it's very confusing to the general public and to the LGBTQ community as well, because you can't just state that a man gave birth. That's scientifically impossible. So, alright, well, thanks for watching. Please like my video, comment if you so choose to, and please subscribe. Thank you for watching.